Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Jaguars.
Kamara trying again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
Lining up for the point after.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Block working out of the gun. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
A 39-yard attempt.
And Lambo will put this one through, and that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't...
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And the Jags grab it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
From the gun, it's Locke. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
To throw it is Locke. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
Locke's pass. Complete to Josh Jacobs.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
The score, Jaguars 13. Colts 0.
2nd and 4. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Jaguars.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At the 45-yard line.
Now Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Back at the 48-yard line.
Check, 59. I don't even know why this team showed up. 59's mark, 59's mark. Check, 59.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
1st and 10.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this 1st half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Jacobs.
10 yards there, good enough for the Jags 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Now a carry for Jacobs, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And it's
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage or mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
the ball carrier.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Running with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ground, Kamara. They find some open field here. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. That one good for 37 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Block going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will make it into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
9 yards. First down, Jaguars.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. And Lambeau will put this one through. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Kamara. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 41-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brings up third and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out. They'll run it with Jacobs. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll look to throw here on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Kamara.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
At the 39-yard line.
his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox, his tight end, and it's 3rd and short.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
At the 49-yard line.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete.
The pass.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up second.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Josh.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. Back now in Indianapolis.
With the score,
It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
Mike Hughes.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And the Jaguar first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Noah Fant.
27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and...
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 42. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And inches.
Here's Locke. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. blitz. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack? They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought at worst, quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
15-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The 16.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. The big fella. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16.
Colts 15.
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Jags, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.